I'm gonna go through my everyday quick go-to makeup look. My Nikki LaRose N17 brush, the powder side. Going into the new year, a lot of us think about what can we do to improve ourselves. And for some of us, that's fitness. Some of that is a goal in our careers. And for some of us, that can be our looks. And that was a goal for me 2 years ago. I wanted to learn how to put on makeup, and not because I lack confidence in how I look. Definitely, I'm fine without it. It's nice to put on makeup, be judged up a little bit more. It can give you a little extra boost of confidence. And when you are before people giving speeches, giving talks, and doing a little bit more public speaking, having the makeup is just an extra added bonus. So I'm gonna go through my everyday quick go-to makeup look. Sit down, join me, and let's have some fun. First, gonna start off with some primer, Cali Ray primer I love. Something I didn't used to do before, but I'm trying to do a little bit more now, is my brows first. Just because people say it looks better, we'll see. I love this Patrick Top pencil, very quick. I have the shade dark brown. I have probably gone through 5 or 6 of these pencils by now. I love them. I'm not doing too much today, just going to the theater, so my look can be very simple. It has a spoolie on the other end, just going to blend that out. I have some of the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. I did get this a few months ago, and I have had a tan recently, so even though we're in the dead of winter, I think it'll still work. So and you can build up the coverage with this foundation and with many foundations in general. Right now I am going just to look a little bit fresh. Doesn't need to be flawless. I'm not taking any up-close pics, going to any event with any special cameras. So I'm okay with a fairly light coverage. Gonna go in with my contour stick and espresso from Fenty. This foundation is quite deep. I can mix it with another color, lighter shade, but I don't feel like doing that now. And I actually did think I had the shade that was a tad bit lighter, but I can't find that. It might be 530. But since I have a tan, I'm gonna go with this. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I use 2 shades. This is the Dior for Skin Correct. Just a little bit there. And that is shade 6N. It's a little bit red, an undertone. So that is what gives us the color correcting element for me. And then I'm going to go in with a shade lighter, which is the 5N. To provide highlight in the essential areas. What I love about this concealer is that it's a medium to full coverage, I would say, and really great at not creasing too much when you just put it on. Of course, the powder that you put on can change the whole game. There we go, a little bit more. Going to smooth that out a little bit there. And now blend things here. One of my favorite blushes, and this is the orange shade. Just feel like the orange today. And this is a balm to powder blush, similar to their foundation. And I'm putting it on pretty heavy because I am putting it on before my powder, and it'll definitely, the tone will come down there. Okay, it really is so nice and blurring. And orange looks so good on deep skin. Okay. This is in shade Golden Hour. Now I'm gonna go in with my powder, and the powder that we're using today is going to be the Makeup by Mario. I have it in shade 4, which is Warm Honey. And then I'm going to go in with an old favorite because I still have it, but when it runs out, I will be sad. But it is the Givenchy Prism Libre powder. I still have shade 6, which flies for my base. This is the Makeup by Mario setting powder. Just make sure we blend out any lines there. Putting it in the other areas that we highlighted, because incidentally those happen to get a little bit shiny too, and almost everyone needs to set those areas. But I am an oily skin girly, and I like a matte face. I am gonna go in also with the powder on the rest of my face, more so in my skin color. Press that all in. So you can now see what I mean by the blush will get deeper and covered up, essentially. I am losing the light. I hope you all can see me, because I can barely see myself. Okay, so now we've set that. I'm going to go in and add a little bit of setting spray. People will tell you, and I love the Cali Ray setting spray, but I am almost, well, I actually am out. Actually, before I go on with that, let me put on a little bit of powder blush and my bronzer. Almost forgot that. So first for my bronzer, only bronzer that I use, Huda Beauty Glowish, shade 5. And I put it along my chin because my neck is darker than my face, so I want it to connect. Here, adding it along the side, really focus on the bottom here. And like I said, we're gonna be coming back to this bronzer a little bit later. But you can literally just do that for your eyes and call it a day. And actually, we might do that because we are really losing the light. Gonna go in on the other side of my Nikki LaRose N17 brush, the powder side, with my orange blush. Eyeshadow palette I'm using is by Patrick Ta, and it's their Major Dimensions, I believe, 3 palette. The crease shade I use is this red brown that's almost like my bronzer, and then I'm gonna use the brown and the black, and that's it. So going in, and this is a fast look. Okay, now switching to the other half of the brush, going in with my brown. blend, going back into that as my crease shade in. I'm going to get a small brush and first let's do the brown. I'm gonna use my tiny little rougher brush to do my brown under my eyes here. And then I'm gonna go back to that little brush here with my brown. A nice little gradient. We can stamp on an eyeliner of sorts, and if you aren't good with pencil, this is a really easy trick. Drawing this underneath here. A little bit of a black line, but you don't have to if you want to keep the look softer. I'm about to go sit in a dark movie theater, so what I do really doesn't matter. I can go in there with turquoise makeup right now. We're gonna leave it at that because we aren't trying to do too much. We want to come to our highlighter. I'm gonna resist the eyebrow highlighter and, well, I can't resist the inner corner. I'm sorry, I cannot. A little bit of something there. But I'm making it very soft. A little bit of highlighter on our cheek. And then this is what you're doing to help it set. I'm gonna spray. Let that sit for a little bit of time. And I do that next going into my lips. This is the Sephora lip liner in shade Dark Horse. I really only use 2 lip liners. They're both Sephora. It's the shade Dark Horse and Molasses. I come in on the sides a little bit to give myself more of a pout. Let's even that up there. This is Jane Iredale and Peony. This Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Hot Cherry. I love it. Okay. Going with my powder puff, whatever little powder is left on there. Press it into my skin. And to leave the highlighted areas as they are. And then I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Star on one size Until Dawn setting spray. And you hear everyone talking about this. But really, your makeup will not move too much with this. I find I'm super oily, so it's still gonna do a little bit of something. A little bit of oils are going to peek through. And actually, there's a fine line. You don't want to put too much of this on because then it'll dry your face out and your face will overcompensate by trying to produce more oil. So keep it pretty light. And then after I put that on, I'm gonna go in with my mascara as my last step so the mascara doesn't get clumpy and flaky. And I did not curl. Do I need a curl? We have a second or two, so why not? I think I want to leave, just do the top. Yeah, So that is our completed look. My everyday go-to makeup, I usually might switch it up in terms of the blush I use, maybe using a different Danessa Myricks blush color, and maybe going on with a pink powder blush, but pretty much that's what I do. And then when I want to add a little bit of pizzazz, I'll add a little bit of a shimmer in the middle of my eyes and that. But I love this lip combo. This is my brow pencil, a nice foundation. Those are my go-to under eye concealers. The mascara, I'll usually use Essence Lash Princess mascara, whatever it's called. The one in the green bottle, that is typically the one that I use. Actually, I have it here. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara that I love. Works really, really well for me. Gives your lashes so much curl, and so that's typically what I use, but I do have the L'Oreal Panorama. Try to give that a go and get a sense of how it works. I find that it separates very, very nicely. It separates your lashes, so if you're going for that look, there it is. So this is the look.